Imagine a futuristic cityscape gleaming with modernity. But as we zoom out, piles of garbage slowly emerge in the streets, overflowing from landfills. The soothing yet foreboding music sets the tone for what's to come. Every day, on average, you produce just over 2 kilograms of waste. That may not sound like much, but multiply it by the billions of people on Earth, and suddenly that's over 14 billion kilograms of waste generated every 24 hours. Now imagine if we all stopped recycling. Would our planet drown in trash? Would we have to launch it into space? This is what if. And here's what would happen if everyone stopped recycling. Nearly everything we buy contains some recyclable material: glass, plastic, paper, metals. The United States alone recycles about 65 million tons of waste each year, which is just 30% of the 200 million tons it produces annually. In some parts of the world, like Austria and Germany, over 50% of waste is recycled. But what if one day we just stopped? If recycling ended, everything would go straight to landfills. For a while, you might not even notice much change. Many landfills are designed to last 30 to 50 years before they're full. In the US, one of the largest landfills operated for 56 years before it closed. But as more trash accumulates, the problem will grow. What happens when the landfills reach capacity? When landfills become too full, they're sealed off with clay and soil to form what are essentially large garbage mountains. But that's not the end of the story. Even buried under layers of earth, garbage continues to decompose slowly and dangerously. In oxygen-poor environments, it releases methane gas, a potent contributor to global warming. Landfills are already the third largest producers of methane worldwide, and without recycling, they could become the biggest producers of all. And with nowhere to put the excess garbage, we'd have to resort to burning it. This is already happening in parts of Europe, but if the whole world started doing it, the consequences would be deadly. Burning waste creates toxic pollution, poisoning the air we breathe. In the process, we'd lose the positive environmental impact of recycling, which prevents nearly 200 million metric tons of greenhouse gases from entering our atmosphere every year. That's like taking 39 million cars off the road. And then there's the ocean. Right now, millions of pieces of plastic are floating in our oceans, devastating marine life. If recycling ended, much more of our waste would find its way into the water, choking ecosystems, killing wildlife, and polluting our already fragile oceans. And that's just the beginning. You see, recycling isn't just about reducing landfill waste. It helps preserve natural resources too. In 2017, the United States recycled over 68 million tons of paper, saving millions of trees from being cut down. Without recycling, deforestation rates would skyrocket, further destroying ecosystems and accelerating climate change. And that's not all. Our reliance on non-renewable resources like fossil fuels would rise drastically. Plastics are made from fossil fuels, and without recycling, the demand for new plastic would skyrocket. Fossil fuels are expected to run out by 2050, but without recycling, they could deplete much sooner, forcing us into an energy crisis. We'd be running out of the very resources we depend on. But there is hope. Innovation might save us. Today, scientists are developing new water bottles made from biopolymers, materials composed of bacteria that break down in just 18 months. This could drastically reduce plastic pollution. In the future, we might see more everyday items designed to be biodegradable, from packaging to electronics. Maybe one day we'll live in a world where everything can break down naturally, leaving no waste behind. So what if we stopped recycling? In the short term, we'd drown in waste, pollute our planet, and consume the very resources we depend on. But with innovation and sustainable practices, we could build a future where waste is no longer a problem. If we act now, recycling is more than just a chore. It's one of the most important tools we have to protect our planet. Before you leave, don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed this journey. Got questions or ideas for future videos? Drop them in the comments below. We'd love to hear your thoughts. And hey, don't keep all the fun to yourself. Make sure to share this video with your friends. Spread the curiosity. Lastly, smash that subscribe button and ring the bell icon so you never miss out on more mind-blowing content like this. See you in the next video, and as always, stay curious.